So start to breathe nice and wide and full into the back and sides of your ribs. Feel your shoulders, the backs of your shoulders nicely placed on your mat. Find some length in your body, length through the back of your neck. And we will start releasing the shoulders. So grabbing on either your forearms or your wrists. We tap down as we breathe into one side, breathing out, using the abdominals to regroup, and then tap over to the other side. So you're trying to keep the back of your shoulders on the mat at all times, which is why that grip position is very individual, because it depends how much front we have and how much flexibility through the shoulder area. So breathing in to tap down, breathing out to bring your arms back over your chest and into the other side. All the time the knees are facing up to the ceiling, you're feeling your feet nice and flat and you're getting your breath engaged. And then on your next tap down to the side, keep the ribs down, take the arms up towards and over your head if you can, around to the other side and back to center, and then reverse the direction. So our first circle of the evening, still trying to find width through the backs of the shoulders, just reversing as you go. Keeping the arms crossed. As I say, holding on either wrists or shoulder towards your elbows. I get the right part of the anatomy. That's it. One more on each side. Or each circle. Then arms up to the ceiling. You can reach them, reach them, reach them. Palms facing each other. And then I want you to bend the elbows, turn the palms towards your face, but you're pressing the elbows and upper arms into the mat and extending your back. And then reaching back up to the ceiling. So it's like our pulling straps we do standing up. And you're just pressing with the tricep area, lifting your heart ever so slightly. So you've got a lot of power. This is a lovely one to open the shoulders and the back if it's feeling really tight. So like breathing out as you press into the mat, lifting up and breathing in to reach for the ceiling. So turn the palms towards you as you press into the mat. Elbows are right by your side, so very close into the body. And if you want to make a fist, to imagine pulling something a little bit harder, feel free. It sometimes helps the imagination. Just a couple more. That's it. So some real nice power and strength and uncrunching. And then arms can just come to rest by your sides, and we'll move on to some pelvic tilts. So breathing out, curling that pubic bone and pelvis towards you, just up a little way. Breath in to hold and breathe out. Place your pelvis back on the mat. And every out breath, gradually working through the spine. Coming up higher each time, finding your breath, allowing the back to warm up piece by piece. That's it. Nice and slowly, trying to keep the knees as stable as you can. All that focus through the deep abdominals, curling off. Coming up to bra strap level on your next one. Sorry, my mats are very, very creaky. Breathing in to hold. Breathe out, think softening through the chest to place that upper back, middle back and lower back onto the mat. Keeping the pelvis curl towards you until the very last moment when it straightens out again. And again, breathing out, peeling off. If you want to bring your arms up, you can do. Breathing in to reach. Breathing out, leave them there, soften through the chest, keeping the pubic bone curled towards you. And then if you want to circle the arms around by your sides, ready to go again. So breathing out nice and slow, peeling off, arms coming to the ceiling. Reach there, you breathe in, breathe out, soften through the chest, peeling down. And we'll add on your next one. So breathing out, pelvic tilt as normal. You can leave the arms down or take them up. I really don't mind. At that high point as you breathe in, then drop a hip towards the floor, but it won't reach the floor, and peel down on that side of the spine, still working through individually, piece by piece, until you flatten out at the bottom and then come to center. Drop that hip back again so you peel up the same side. Trying to keep the knees from waving and leaning too much, straightening at the top as you breathe in, and then peeling down by dropping the hip the other side. All the way through the spine on that side, straighten out at the bottom, and then back up the side you've just peeled down on. So we're working one side of the body at a time. And then over to the other side as you peel down. So trying to control through the spine, each side, getting a little rotation at the top and at the bottom as you drop that hip. And keep those knees under control as much as possible. Then you'll start to get a little cross body warm up and work. That's looking nice. And do one more set on each side of the spine. That's it, nice and slow and controlled. Very nice. And then when you've done, straighten yourselves out, arms by your side. We'll do curl up with a little add-on extra. So reach your arms, hover them as if you're doing 100, and that's coming, nod the head. Think about drawing in the abdominals, sliding your chest forward, then lifting your arms to your ears as long as your shoulders are happy, leaving them there as you take your body back down and circle around, ready to reach. Breathing out, nodding the chin, making sure you're lifting with the abs and not the back. Lifting your arms to your ears, then peeling the back down onto the mat and circling those arms back around your side. So really need to use your breath. That's it, Mandy. Then curling forward. That's it, arms to the ears and peeling back. Circling round. That's it. If you want more of a challenge, if this is easy for you, bring your legs into tabletop. Same thing, so nodding the head, curling forward, lifting your ears, arms to your ears, and peeling down. So breath in, arms to the ears, breathe out, peel back down. Sandra, knees bent up. That's it, a little bit safer. Just do one more of these. Good. And either stay in tabletop or wherever your feet are. We will reach, nod the head, curling up, ready for the 100. So we beat those triceps and breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you need a hand behind the head, please do. If you want to take your legs from tabletops into extension, please do. You can change your position throughout. Keep beating, keep breathing, keep the chins nodded, keep curling up from those abdominals. Not from the back, not from the chest. That's it, nearly there. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brilliant. Lie back, hug your knees in, have a breather. Good work. So from there, let us, oh, I forgot to do something, which is why I'm a bit confused. We're going to release the hip, I think, from here. So back to thinking, just drawing the abs in lightly, arms by your sides, just drop a knee out to the side and extend the leg away. Turn it in parallel, use the abs to draw it back. So a little bit of a breather after the 100, but this will sort of do our next exercise the world of good. So drop the knee out to the side, extend the leg away, turn it to parallel, breathing out, draw it back. And one more on this side. So nice and slow and controlled. And then reverse the direction. So you straighten the leg away as far as you can, turn it out, draw it in, and then knees back to the ceiling. So extending away, turn it out, draw it in, and back. And 2 more. Allow the shoulders to be nice and relaxed. Oh, Lucy. Oh, everyone, Lucy's kitten is climbing up the curtains. Oh, it's so cute. I'm still watching you, of course. And then when you've done 4 this way on this leg, change sides. So we drop the knee out to the side first, extend the leg forward, turn it back and draw it in. Using the breath. Try to get the leg going straight out in front, not to the side, even though you're turning the knee out. Think about that rotation at the hip joint to get the leg going straight ahead as much as possible. So 4 with the knee going out to the side first, and then reverse the direction. So you straighten the leg first and then turn it out. Keeping the abs engaged, keeping the shoulders relaxed. That's it. When you've done, you can huck your knees in and have a little breather while everyone catches up, and there's no rush for those of you that are still working. Okay. Good. So as our knees are bent up, let's just take them back into tabletop so they're slightly further away from our bodies, pulling the abs down, dropping the feet so they're slightly lower than the knees. And from here, we'll do something very similar. You just take a knee out to the side, breathing out, bring it back. So you, first of all, it will feel like nothing. Then suddenly you'll start to feel you're doing some work. So really keep control of those abdominals, breathing in to drop it out to the side, breathing out to squeeze the inner thigh back. And this is number 4. and then 5. And then change sides. So breathing in, drop the leg out to the side, keeping both bum cheeks on the floor, squeeze it back together. So you're having to imagine your tummy button is nailing your back and bottom to the mat. So you're really engaged. You don't allow the knee to fall too far that you lose control of it. And I think should be one more to make 5. And then hands behind our head, and we will curl up. So breathing out, slide the ribs down, pulling the abs in, curling up as far as you can, and the same thing. So breathing in to take a knee out to the side, breathing out, draw it back. And again, 5 on each leg. I'm finding it really hard to keep the non-working legs from moving to counterbalance. So it's really hard getting those abs and the obliques to do their work. So it's out to the side and back. So you're opening the whole leg out, not straightening it. I'm going to fall off my platform. So open and close very unelegantly. That's it. So 5 each side, and then have a little rest, hug your knees in. Use that as your cue to tell me you've finished, so I know who's working and who isn't. That's it, Marie, good. Lovely. Oh, Mandy, cramp. Walk it off, walk it off. So from there, we would then lie back down again. From tabletop, think about nailing your tummy button into the mat and extend your legs to the ceiling. So we're going to do the same thing except with long legs, as long as your back can take it. If you need to go into imprint, do. Again, opening out to the side, squeezing in, getting those abs and the obliques working hard. 5 on each leg. Trying to allow the shoulders to stay nice and relaxed. And again, if you're very flexible in the hips, don't open too far. Make sure you can control it. Nice and slow. If you need a little bend in the knee, of course, please have it. That's it. Good, Sandra. Good. That's it, Hannah. Really nicely controlled. And then you know what's happening next, don't you? Hands behind your head, curling up. So it's curling as high as you can hold it. Extend the legs again, and the same thing, which is really hard to control. Breathing out to squeeze the legs together. 5 on each side. Oh. Just one leg at a time, Adele. That's it. Nice and slowly. Make sure you're breathing, everyone. Good. Really nice. You're making that look easy peasy. Make sure those abs are drawing through your body into the mat behind you. Then when you've done, definitely hug your knees in. Good. All right, from there then, let's roll it out. So find a bit of momentum as long as you're happy on your flooring to roll like a ball, keeping the knees and the feet together. So elbows wide. If you want knees separated, if you're not into rolling tonight, just come to sitting, find your balance point and imagine that pelvic tilt. So you're tilting the pelvis towards you and then straightening up a little bit, finding the balance and rocking, but just roll. Keeping the knees and feet where they started. That's it. Have a little bit of fun on a dark night. Good. Make sure you're not slapping your heads. Couple more. And then finish your last one, coming up to sitting. And we'll do everybody's favorite half roll back. So arms straight out in front of you. Find your sit bones. Be all right, Mandy? We will hinge as we breathe in, breathe out, send the tailbone away. As we do so, open the arms out, breath in to hold, breathing out, tummy button to spine to curl forward and sit tall. So hinge to breathe in, breathe out, take yourself to that point that you have to really fight to hold, opening the arms and use that closing to bring you up. Keeping chins nodded a little bit. That's it, good, Sandra. Lovely, Lucy. Good, Marie. Nice and smooth, Barbara. That's it, Adele. Lovely. One more. And then let's roll it nice and slowly all the way down. Mandy, are you all right? So we will roll down, ready to roll up. So if you've got sofa anywhere near you and you want to use it to flex your feet against, please do. So arms up to the ceiling, nod the head, breathing out, flexing the feet, tummy button to spine, curling up. Hello, Mandy.
You keep freezing and it's saying my internet connection is unstable, so I'm missing. I'm not quite sure what I'm meant to be doing all the time because you're giving instructions and people are able to see, but you're freezing on me, so it's not working for me.
All right. Well, you have the choice.
I'll persevere.
Okay. All right. One more, everyone.
If it continues,
I can.
If it can look at the video.
And then end sitting up again. Taking your legs nice and wide. So we'll work on the saw again for the oblique. So find your sit bones, arms out either side. And we're going to breathe in to rotate, breathe out to find that little toe. And then as you curl up, take the arm behind you and we sort of do a little arm circle to go over the other side. So a little bit slower than normal, finding some extension through lifting the heart and over. So you're getting a nice stretch across the chest, getting some arm movement. That's it. Good. Marie, allow those shoulders to relax a little bit more. I know it's quite tough when you're moving in this way, certainly with the arms behind. Everyone just find the length through the neck. Good. One more on each side. And then sit nice and tall when you're done. And we will arm circle. So you're having to work to keep yourself upright. I'll do 3 double arm circles. And on the last one, take them behind you. And I would suggest coming down onto your forearms. And you want to think heart lifting. We're going to take our legs into tabletop and we'll do our hip twist preparation. So we're going to take the knees over to one side like we do on our hip rolls, back to center, back the other way. All the time thinking up. So you're sending your upper body through your head, through your shoulders, away to the other end of the room. You're using your abs to hold you nice and strongly, if that's the right terminology, to keep your back safe. And the obliques are kicking in because they're working around the waist. And back to center. One more. Back to center. And then we will speed it up a little bit. So side, center, side, center, side, and extend. And bend. Side, 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 and extend. So 3 little rocks from side to side, and you should extend those legs on the different side each time if we're all doing it. And it should be quite hard by now. Nice and controlled. One more set of these. Then put your feet down. Give everything a little shake because we're going to do the full hip twist if we're up for it. So regroup, find that length in the body, find the length in the neck, abs engaged, legs back into tabletop, and you can either leave them here or if you want to extend them, it's that double leg circle, swooping round back, swooping it round down and back to the start, reversing the direction. So definitely if you want to have the knees bent, feel free, because it's really important to get those abs and obliques working and holding you. Don't sink into the shoulders. Think nice and tall, strong under the armpits. That's looking lovely. Very nice. Adele, keep the chin nodded. Keep your neck safe. Just one more in each direction because I know it's so tough and I can sit and watch you do all the hard work and it's not fair. And then hug your knees in. Have a breather. That was really good, very impressive. So as we're lying down, we might as well extend our legs and do some more roll-ups, just 3. So arms overhead, back to the ceiling, press the feet away, tummy bottom spine, roll it back up. Point your toes, sit nice and tall, send the tailbone away to roll back down again. Arms overhead, ready to come back. Breathing out to curl up. That's it. Curling forward, sitting nice and tall, ready to flex your feet. No, point your feet to roll down again. That's it. So it's working through the spine, just like the pelvic tilting. Nodding the head, chest lifting to curl you up. Bring everything together. And on this last one, just roll back, ending lying down onto the mat. And then roll over onto your sides. Nice long length. We'll start with double leg lift. So find your nice side position. Draw the underneath shoulder back into your body. Hip over hip, knee over knee. Abs engaged, underneath waist, obliques working, And breathing out, squeezing the legs together, lifting and hovering. Breathing in to place yourself down. And remember, if you're feeling any tension in the neck, just look towards the mat ever so slightly. And then as you get into the groove of the exercise, just think about the inner thigh of the underneath leg, doing that heavy lifting of both legs. You can have a hand in front for balance if you want, and make sure the legs aren't going behind you as you lift, putting any pressure on the back. Keep them where you can see them out of the corner of your eye. So breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. That's it. Lucy, you don't need to lift your head so high. That's it. So in a nice long, long line. Good. Lovely. Keeping the abs engaged, shoulders relaxed. Lovely, Mandy. Good. Stable, Hannah and Sandra. That's lovely. Oh, there's nothing I can pick on tonight. I'd like 2 more, please. Lovely. Final one. And then you can lift that top leg to hip height. Give it a little stretch away, a little extra stretch. And then breathing out, squeezing the inner thigh of the underneath leg to lift and lower. And the feet just hang. They stay at the end of the leg so they don't do anything weird and wonderful. Shoulder nice and relaxed. And a nice slow breath out to lift the leg. Breath in to place it down. Keeping that top leg at hip height at all times. Keeping the underneath leg straight. Sandra, it could be the angle, but it looks like your legs are slightly far behind you. So it could be the camera angle, but just make sure they're in line or just slightly in front of you to ensure your back's not being pulled. Lovely. 2 more. Everyone's doing really well, rock solid. That's what I like to see. So from there, with that top leg nice and high and long, let's do a little bicycle. So bend the knee, extend the leg forward, flex the foot, take it behind. So you might need a hand in front for balance for this one. Flexing it back, bending the knee. Have to really use the abs to help keep control. Squeezing the bottom as it comes behind. 1 more of these, then just straighten yourselves up, keeping the top leg where it is, and then 8 tiny little circles in each direction, just stirring, painting the hip joint. Thinking someone's pulling that leg away from you will really help keep the circles under control. Imagining you're drawing them on the wall beyond. So 8 one way, then 8 the other. Oh, yes, it will burn. And I think you've done so. From there, come up onto your forearms again. So still on your side, we'll do the shell, but different versions. So you can either stay sitting down or lift your bum, so in a little side plank, whichever way you want to do, as long as you're all right on your shoulder and you've got that strength from the obliques. And from there, just breathing out to open, breathing in to close. And again, if any neck pain or tension, just turn your head to look at the mat. And I like it up here, actually. I feel I can get more control of my hip. I'm obviously feeling work around the side. That's it. So whichever one you're doing, make sure you don't sink into the shoulders. So think nice and strong and long through the body, through the arm. And 2 more. And then sit back down. Cross the top leg over the underneath leg. We'll do our side plank, so you can either come up just on your forearm, and I want arm to the ceiling, and then that twist to get the obliques working. Out and down. So we'll do another one down here. So breathing out, just coming onto the knees, arm to the ceiling. Rotate from the waist only. Unpeel and down. If you want to do the full side plank, take your arms slightly further away from you. Again, squeeze your legs together to come up nice and long. Arm to the ceiling. Same thing, twisting just from the waist. See my arm shaking off. If I fall off this reformer, I will blame myself. Okay, that's it. And one more. Whichever version you want to do, there's no pressure to come up into the full one because it's exactly the same muscles we're working. Lovely. And down. Give yourself a little bit of love and a shake, and then roll over to do it all on the other side. So nice long legs, long arm. If you want that pad in between the arm and the head, please do so. Find your nice side position. Definitely get the side muscles working. And then breathing out, lift. And breathing in to lengthen back down again. So again, just hovering the head ever so slightly, looking at the floor if you're feeling any tension in the neck. That's it. So the legs are glued together. Breathing out, squeeze and lift. Breathing in, lowering down. That's lovely, Mandy. You don't need to come up with your head too high. Good. That's it. Nice relaxed shoulders, remember. Get those abs working, get the obliques working, underneath waist, underneath leg, doing the heavy lifting. 2 more. And then lifting that top leg to hip height. Stay lying down, just squeeze, lift, and lower the underneath leg. So you can stay lying down, sorry. I'm just trying to see what you're up to and demonstrate at the same time. That's it. So keep it nice and slow. Use your breath. It is your friend. That's it. And keep those shoulders relaxed. Even if you've got a hand in front for balance, don't grip it for dear life. Just allow yourself to move. You can all do this. That's it. And 2 more. That's it. And then hand in front for balance, definitely for this. Keeping the top leg at hip height. We'll do our bicycle. So extend. Oh, I can't do it. That's it. Flex the foot to take it behind you. I'm not ambidextrous. That's it. Flex the foot to take behind. Think about the bottom as well. So extend, bend. Oh, Mandy, walk it off. That's it, Hannah, good. One more. And then keep it extended, nice extra length, and 8 little circles from the hip in each direction. Keep it nice and small. Working really well. So you're still trying to minimize any rocking of the body. And then when you've done, cross the top leg over the underneath leg. Oh no, sorry. Come up onto your forearm. Jumping ahead, I'm so excited by the side plank thing. We'll do our shell. So coming up if you want to. So you're resting on the underneath knee, slight side plank, and then opening and closing the knee, using your breath, breathing out to lift, breathing into lower. And of course you can do it sitting down on the mat. Either way, keeping that neck nice and long. Imagine orange under the armpits, thinking about the underneath waist, drawing up, looking at the floor if you've got any neck tension. That's it. Find some power, no wafting. It all looks so easy from here. 2 more. Good. And then we will add on the side plank and twist. So crossing the top leg over the underneath leg and then coming up again onto the knees, arms to the ceiling, twist from the waist. And you might find this side feels easier. It might be slightly harder to get your body to move. 1 more on this level, arm to the ceiling, twist from the waist, breathe out. Unpeel and come down. So stay there if you want to. Otherwise, extend the arm away from you and coming up into the nice squeeze of the inner thighs, arm to the ceiling, rotate through. Oh, so hard. And down. And then give me 2 more. Up. That's it, rotating at the waist, keeping the lower half as stable as possible. Down. And then final one. Showing loads of strength and power, that's fantastic. All those muscles working the full body and then relax. Good. Grab a cushion or something for under your forehead. Roll over onto your fronts. Arms by your sides. We'll do the arrow to start with to get more back extension. Squeeze the bum. Keep the legs down. Breathing in, lift the shoulders. Breathe out, hover. Arms towards the feet. Crown of the head reaching away. Thumbs to the ceiling as you breathe in. And then breathing out, place yourself down. And breathing in to lift. Breathe out, reach and hover. Thumbs to the ceiling as you rotate and breathe in. And then breathing out. Place yourself down. So really think about the shoulders lifting, then sliding down your back to lift and extend the heart. That's it. So we're coming up into a nice low hover. You don't need to come up really high with your top half. Remember, the legs are glued to the floor. That's lovely, Sandra. Good. That's it, Hannah. Slow it down, Adele. That's it. That was lovely and smooth. Nice, Mandy. Allow the shoulders to fall forward when you're on the mat. Find that difference. One more of these. Good. And then separate your legs ever so slightly. Turn them out, arms out in front of you, so in a little starfish. And we'll do our swan dive preparation. So drawing the elbows in towards you, press into your hands, squeeze the bum. So you're coming up into more of a cobra. And then keep the bum squeezed, bend the elbows so your legs lift. So you do our little rocking. All the time thinking, lifting the heart, squeezing the bottom so you're getting hamstring and bum work. Nice and slow so you don't bang your nose on the floor. That's it, just a couple more and then sit back into a child pose. To release any tension through the back. Good. Back on your fronts, we'll just do one more exercise for the bum and the hamstrings. We'll do our single leg kick. So you want to come up onto your forearms. Again, thinking width through the shoulders and the chest. Tummy drawing in. And I'd like you just to focus on lifting and lengthening one leg at a time. So it's nice and straight, like the swimming, and placing it down. And then change to the other side. So you're really focusing on where the crease of the leg meets the bottom. But at the same time, you're drawing up. So you're getting strength through the whole body. One more on each side. And then we'll add in our little hamstring kick. So focusing on one leg, extend and lift, and then 3 kicks with the foot towards the bottom, extend it down. And then you change sides. So lift and lengthen the other leg, then 3 kicks. And down. Making sure you don't sink into the shoulders. It's very easy to feel so tired, especially at the end of a stressful week, which I'm sure we've all had in our different ways. That's looking lovely. Tracking of the heels to bottoms is very exceptional. Good. One more on each side. And you should be really feeling those hamstrings. The hover and lengthening away really does get them to kick in. And then when you've done, again, sit back into a child pose. Just to release off, because we've got some fun stuff coming up to finish with our oblique sections. So coming back onto your hands and knees. Barbara, I'm hoping your wrist is feeling okay. If not, okay, well, we're going to do some knee hovers and the dog. So see how you get on. If you want to do toe taps or something different instead, feel free. So we're coming into a nice quadruped. Have a look to see where your feet are, shoulders wide. And we're extending one arm and leg either on the floor or straight up. And obviously the changeover, we want to keep our back stable, no dropping of the hips. Trying to stay on the same point that we left from, so we don't end up walking up the mat like I tend to do. That's it. Good. Actually, both Marie and Barbara, make sure you've got a slight bend in the elbows. Looks very sort of locked bone on bone, so just soften to make sure that the muscles are working. That's good. Lovely, Lucy. One more on each side. And so this is where it might get a bit much for your wrist, Barbara. So if you want to do the crisscross instead, which obviously is hideous, that one, we will be working the same muscles. So everyone on their hands and knees, tuck your toes under, back stays nice and flat, suck in the tummy, keeping the back flat to hover the knees, hold it for a few moments, and then place them down. And we will continue to do this, and then we will add on. So come back down. Final time, breathing out, squeezing, hovering the knees just a centimetre or so off. And then from there, tap one shoulder, place your hand down. Tap the other shoulder and place yourself down, and then knees down. So I'm trying not to lift my bottom or anything. You're still hovering. You're taking all the work through here, bizarrely, and under your armpits. Yeah, no, that's good. Yes, sounds good. Everyone, marvelous. And then we can add on to that as well. Final challenge. So, going to hover the knees. You're going to tap your shoulder at the same time as rotating around with the underneath leg. Comes out. Sort of like a little Russian dancer. If you get a bit of momentum, it's easier. So this is great for the obliques and flexibility. Yes, Marie, lovely. Yes, Lucy. Good, Sandra. That's it. Everyone's brilliant. It's a little bit of fun. Enjoy it. Trust your bodies. That was it, Adele. Didn't need to look at me like that. One more on each side. And then relax. I love that one. I've just found it recently, and it's yeah, it's great because you can also do it from down dog. So you really start to move the whole body, and you end up walking like a bit of an elephant. But anyway, let's finish off. Time to stretch out. So let's do spine stretch forward. I'll allow you to bend your knees, sitting nice and tall, arms out in front. So nod the head. Think drawing the tummy away as you stretch forward. Head between your hands and your arms stay on the same level they started. And then sit nice and tall. So normally this is quite a challenging one. I just want to use it for stretching tonight. So just feel yourself being pulled in different directions without working too hard. And again, breathing out. You can allow the tailbone to scoot forward a little bit more than normal, just to find that stretch. Do a couple more, just to enjoy that. That's it. And then let's just roll ourselves down to the mat. So just lightly, however you want to get there. take your legs either side, knees bent up. Sorry, I don't have a floor either side of me. So drop one knee, now big wide hip rolls, then the other knee to the first ankle, look away. And if you want to, actually, yes, hands behind the head. And you get that full body stretch, as well as trying to open the hip flexor of the second leg. And then breathing out, come to center. And then breathing in, drop the knee to the side, then the second knee to the first ankle, looking away. Really stretching. And again, breathing out, come back to the center and do one more on each side. Looking away from those knees. And back to the center. And final time. I used to hate doing this, but I find it so nice now. So I'm hoping you do and don't get too bored of it, because I do it a lot. Bring back to center. And then let's cross one ankle over the other knee. Hug the underneath leg in. So although we were doing a lot of oblique and abs work, the glutes and the hips worked very, very hard tonight as well. So everything's been working. Breathing, 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 then extend the underneath leg as straight as you can. Flex the foot, draw it in towards you a bit further. Trying to keep as much of the bum down as possible. Mine is probably lifted halfway into the air. And then just release the underneath leg, feet down, change sides, and hug that underneath leg in again. If you need extra oomph, you can press that bent knee with your elbow. Get a bit more stretch around the glute area. And then extend the underneath leg up to the ceiling. Flex the foot, draw that underneath leg towards you a little bit more if you can. Keep breathing. And then again, bend the knees. Place your feet down, roll over onto your side, come up to sitting. And we'll just do a little side bend or two. So reach over, arm overhead. Really get those obliques stretched out. And one more on this side, just two on each side to finish. And then over the other way. Very nice, very nice. Final time. Brilliant, and you're done again. Thank you.